Tonight we shit like kings. That's it.
Wait.
Story.
I can dig it.
I forgot to turn on the reading service for the blind, so today was
Oh, dude. Blind people have no idea what happened.
because of me. But listen, I'm walking, and a girl said to me, "I really like your outfit. That's so cute." And I was like, "It doesn't matter if democracy crumbles.
Wow.
My ensemble was good to someone."
Yeah. So,
Yep.
Oh boy.
I saw your TikTok.
Yeah.
What?
I made a TikTok today.
Why am I not
TikTok.
included?
It wasn't. It was a Reels.
It was,
an Instagram Reels.
Oh, well, I'm looking right now.
No.
I'm doing it.
It's pretty good, man. The
Really?
framing is good.
Wait,
I like
did I
that
just
you had the
scroll
camera
up?
sort of there.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, John changed
I was
his
like,
name.
turn this up. I'm getting a compliment.
No. I'm turning off my headphones so that I don't. That it's recording
just
through the
like
right
Go to the
place.
bathroom, or
around.
what's your deal?
Go. This is Seth, by the way. This is Seth Legend Higgins.
Seth
Hi.
And
Wow.
cut.
Awesome. Cool.
Now go pee.
So I suppose we should probably talk about the context of what day it is.
This is the election special. This is
Wednesday?
going to come out
Oh, the
tonight.
election special.
I wanted to come out tonight. I'm gonna try to
Okay,
edit it.
Wednesday, November
Fourth.
We don't know anything at this point. It looks like perhaps
We know some things.
things are, there's
Did you
a
see the
path
speech?
for Biden victory right now.
Did you see the speech?
Yeah.
Which one?
The Trump speech at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. in the morning?
Oh, no.
I
I
was
saw Biden.
telling Scott before he got here, I drank half a bottle of peanut butter whiskey and then fell asleep on my
Peanut
couch.
butter,
I'm
I've
like,
heard of
right,
that.
oh, it's so good. Screwball. It's dangerously good because it tastes like whiskey, but it tastes like peanut butter. So you're like, this tastes like great
Peanut
whiskey.
butter? Oh.
Dude, I had the exact same reaction, and then I tried it. It's whatever. My point is, I fell asleep like right when he started talking, and then I woke up intermittently like every 45 seconds. So I kept seeing things like, Pennsylvania looks good, and like I don't know. And then like so basically, he said he sort of pseudo claimed victory, right?
He's
And
going to
then
go to the courts.
and then yes, sure he is. And then he also like
He basically just...
he tweeted that like
Tweeted crazy shit.
that the polls.
The
P-O-L-E-S. The president of the United States misspelled polls.
Why is no one making stripper memes? I've
Seriously.
seen no stripper memes.
Polls.
And I want stripper
Polls.
memes.
Fucking polls.
The
P-O-L-E-S. What a fucking child. Anyway.
It's low
Seriously, go
hanging
pee,
fruit.
Seth.
What?
Go pee.
Oh no, I already did.
Okay.
He was thinking long and hard about that line.
There's been a lot of like I don't know. I've sort of been back and forth existentially with things.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I was like, if we're gonna get serious for a second, like I was just also reading Scar. I was texting my little brother who lives in Atlanta. However anything turns out, like even if Biden wins, this is not the repudiation of Trumpism that I think a lot of Americans wanted this to be. In fact, he pointed out that 93% of Republicans voted for Trump this time, which is up from 90 in 2016.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if anything, it's an endorsement of Trump from, a lot of the country.
They're fucking doubling down.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm scared.
I guess at what point, this is not going to be funny, but at what point does complicity to racism become racism?
I think immediately.
Yeah.
Well, right. So, like...
Well, let's dive into this. You see all the posts on Facebook, like, no matter what, like, we're still friends. Like, people are saying, like, it's a Super Bowl or, like, the World Series. Like, this is racism. This is, like, homophobia, transphobia, like, all of these things. This is not, like, we're going to wake up and we're still going to love each other. But, like, yeah, you have to continue and you have to not lose relationships over this. But, like, at one point do you say, like, you literally support this person, especially if you're a member of the LGBTQ community or,
Sure. It's different than it's ever been, right? Like, that sentiment, I think, for me at least, in my years of voting, has certainly been true because, though I might disagree with the opposing candidates' political views or there's never been the polarization and the straight rampant
Good versus
racism
evil.
and rampant, fear-mongering that this president has put forth. And so, like, I'm not super into hanging out with people that are okay with it, right? And look, I mean, that's like, I guess that's my own hang-up. And, like, you can't call for healing the country and healing the divide at the same time that you're creating it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's just, it is what it is. I was in line yesterday at the polls with someone who was wearing a shirt that said, Trump 2020, make liberals cry.
Oh, I told you that saying.
And I was like, that's awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
I wore my Bernie shirt because I'm ironic, but, like...
I wonder if that guy even understands the policies that the candidate he's voting
Thank
for.
you. I told that to the Danish today.
Yeah, we should probably jump into that one.
Let's talk
The
about
Danish.
the
We have talked to
Danish.
some Danes, so your
They
official
were
capacity is what,
adorable.
like news for WRKC? Is this how you're doing on this?
So
Or the Crown?
No,
Which of your hats were you wearing last night?
All the hats.
Okay, I've been just like carrying around a hat box with multiple hats. I think it switches hourly at this point. But so my uncle's a crazy Trumper. I think we've talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually this crazy Danish Trump woman, and they were like, "Who can we interview?"
That's the greatest phrase I've ever heard. Crazy Danish Trump woman.
They're like, "Who can we interview in the United States? Who do you know?" And she was like, Danish accent, Frank Scavo. So how this Danish woman knew who the hell my uncle was scares me. But
Okay.
yeah, you're right.
Probably, right?
I called in yesterday.
No, they were queuing on friends on Facebook. It was
Yeah.
it's a great
But
thing.
anyway, so
Who'd you talk to, Barsky?
no, I talked to Frankie Andrews.
Oh, Frankie Andrews, yeah.
But
He seems like, this is such a non sequitur, he seems like the nicest man in the world, but,
Oh,
I
yeah.
despise,
But that's not the right
I despise
job.
everything about what he's saying.
exactly.
He's just a
Exactly.
local talk radio, news talk
Oh,
radio
okay.
man. But he's super, like, I always call
Should
in with
be
points
Sue.
and, like, you know, just like logical
You
points.
call into things?
Oh, yeah, I call in. I call in probably at least once a week.
Wait, when? I have to.
I don't know.
listen
It's
to
not
the
like a
radio
set
now.
schedule. It depends on what
Yeah.
stupid shit people are talking
And then
about.
sometimes you feel really compelled. I called into the Savage Nation once. I didn't get in, but I really want to talk
I
to
took
Dr.
Max late
Savage.
to hockey practice one time just to make the point. And he's like, "Dad, can we go in?" I was like, "No, we're waiting, and I gotta hear myself on the radio."
Yeah. I was like, Senator Blake has lost $1 million that's supposed to go to the river, and you people don't care about the environment, and it directly hits your wallet, and you could kiss fishing goodbye, Trumpers. And he's like, "Thank you, Scarlett from King's College." Didn't give me a second. He's like, "Okay, liberal
Anyway,
Yahoo." Okay, so the Dane.
Tell us about the Dane. What is her name?
I don't
Bjorg.
Well, I want to be like Sophia for
Bjorg
something.
von Hammersmark.
Anyway.
I
Anyway.
get confused with Danish and like Swedish, because Swedish is like the flurgy, right?
Fleur-
No, they're all flurga.
Danish is flurgy too.
To an extent, some of the dialects that they speak in the countries are mutually intelligible with one another.
We should also point out that Seth like speaks like 40 languages, right? Don't you?
Just
Or like
just,
you dabble in.
Do Danish.
Do some
I can't
do
speak
some
it.
French, buddy. Let's
Dude,
use you
that's
at
the Trump
dance,
guy.
monkey dance.
the fuck
French.
you want me to say?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So, my uncle, we were kind of on the outs with him just because we're trying to stay away from the election. We're not trying to ruin our family. We're like, you do your thing for the next couple weeks, we do ours. He calls, he's like, listen, like, this Danish reporter's coming, like, they need the Biden supporter side, like, they need to be balanced. Little backstory, a New York Times reporter came to one of my uncle's rallies, completely just used all of it and made fun of him in the New York Times. Could you blame them? No, he gave them the content. Anyway, we were like, we're not doing this. We're not going to be made fun of in Denmark. Like, we're not idiots.
Oh my
But-
god. But you're like, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll talk to the Dane.
But listen, she calls us and she explains, she's like, listen, I'm a journalist in Denmark. Like, we don't have Fox and MSNBC. We don't do biased news sources or else they're not news. She said, we could literally be sued. We could be fined. We want both sides to this story. And she said, we're not playing any angles. We're just seeing how you guys feel waking up in America today. So I was like, screw it, 6:45, let's do it. Anyway, so she's like, come down in your pajamas, all this stuff. Of course, my parents are dressed to the nines. I'm wearing like a sweatshirt.
Wait, was this recorded?
This was
Yeah,
like
we're
film.
gonna stay at like 1 o'clock today.
This is video.
This is video.
So like it's like a Zoom call or something?
No, they were in my house.
So
the
that-
Danish are in my house.
Man. Okay.
Yeah, so
Did you have
first-
coffee with it? You know,
What?
like a Danish is really good with coffee.
Did they do
I was
Viking
waiting for
shit?
somebody to make the Danish joke. I knew it was gonna be you, John.
Did it happen?
I knew it was you, John.
We had
You broke my
muffins. But they looked very European too. Like the guy had on these pants with all
Were
these
they-
zippers.
Ironically smoking.
And they're like, "Urban."
That's the French.
Ah,
Anyway,
the French.
But-
Thank you for opening your home to us. Smoke.
They insisted on taking their shoes off, and they were like, we were all wearing our shoes inside, and they're like, when we saw the carpet, no, and we're like, okay, whatever.
So I hope it's like, you know,
No.
wealthy Americans and, you know, disaffected youth daughter or something. I mean, like, you know,
Literally, but you know,
I
like
guess
start
that would be
talking.
like a Borat movie.
And we weren't like, I think at a point we weren't giving them what they wanted with the Biden. They're like,
So
they
what did
wanted,
they ask you?
They wanted,
they wanted
you
to
to
rile us up.
fight.
They're like, how do you feel? And my dad watches MSNBC all day, and he just gave the most beautiful, like, bipartisan, like, we need to do better. My mom was like, I'm a school teacher, like, we need to do better, but like, we're not going to cause outrage. Like, we're here. We're going to pick up the pieces. We're going to work hard. My dad stole my line. He's like, now we have to turn to activism. I'm like, Bill, you haven't left the house in years. What are you talking about activism? You stole my whole platform. So once my dad had my platform, they're like, and how do you feel? I'm like, well, I just think Donald Trump in his golden toilet gotta go. And my parents are like, oh, shit.
Did
oh,
you actually
no.
say that?
I did.
That's fantastic.
Oh, wow.
I said, I don't know how Americans relate to a man with a golden toilet, and they say that he's a normal person and
Does
a
he actually
businessman.
have a golden toilet?
He has a golden toilet.
Yeah, he does.
Can I tell a super quick story?
Sure.
Okay.
When we were in college one time at a college party, we were super
Yeah.
drunk in the theater house, and my buddy Scap got a can of gold spray paint that we stole from the theater, and we see he spray painted the toilet seat, and he came out of the bathroom and he chanted, "Tonight we shit like kings." That's it.
Wait,
That's the whole
wait.
story.
I can dig it.
So
What
they
is his
relate
name?
to
His
Donald
name?
Trump.
What is his name? Scat?
Justin Scapatici.
So you call him Scap or Scat?
I said Scap.
Oh, I thought you said
With a
Scat.
T. Not Scat,
Yeah.
because I know that's some sort of like
It's shit.
put on people and
It's
stuff.
it's shit. Scat is
Please
shit.
edit this out. All right, keep going. Anyway, the
No, it
names.
was great.
I just feel like the time we should
That's
like
no. That's the hook at the beginning. Anyway. Okay. So
Hey, let's switch
Tonight we
things
shit
up.
like kings is a great soundbite. You can use that anywhere.
the election.
I'm gonna have that on the
The
soundboard. So like,
election podcast tonight. We should.
Tonight we shit like kings.
Okay. Tell us what you think
Anyway,
about the
so
president.
I'm going off. I'm like, and people.
He's
I
keeping
said
it
all
up. I
these
like
people who don't make over $400,000 are so worried about Biden's tax plan. And I said, you know what? I voted for women's rights, and I voted for LGBTQ rights, and I was going off, and then they literally look at each other and they nod heads, and I'm like, oh no, I'm never getting a job in Denmark broadcasting. But anyway.
Denmark.
So that was that.
Do you know where you can watch this?
They're gonna send us a link to like Denmark TV around like 1:00. There's 7:00 news then, so
This is
Yeah.
exciting.
This is great.
is very exciting. It was so exciting that I forgot to tend to the blind today.
Yep. RHV.
Wow.
Shitty person.
So what happened? Did Sue call?
She texted me, and then I was like,
She's like, hey, what gives?
well, I covered for so many people last week that I like straight up thought my day was Thursday. And she's like, you have to put it in your phone, all these things. Like, this is the most important thing we do. And I'm
Can I
like,
ask a question that's like literally no one's going to care about other than you and I? Why can't they automate the RHV?
what do you mean?
Like,
You're
why
right,
can't
they
you
do
just,
care about
There's a
why
lot of
can't-
errors.
Why can't you just, no, why can't you
Set it
just
for a
set
certain
it to
time.
play?
Because nobody gives us money, and we have a dinosaur computer
So
from
is it-
1989
Is
or
it still
whatever.
the same rotation computer that was there like 5 years ago?
I'd say 10.
Okay. But
Yeah.
you still could like set a timer to play something, couldn't you?
I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna look into it for you.
Look, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Because that was always my thing. Is like when I was a student, like, oh my god. Because back then, you know, we'd have to
Yeah.
come and like it was like
probably
a
the same
DVD
one.
tape and stuff. Like
Ugh.
it was like a whole thing. You had to flip it in the middle and
Yeah.
like so you couldn't like you had to be there. Like you couldn't just start it and then leave. You had to sit there and wait.
Well, we have to time it out with other content. So, like, you would have to do all the math. Like,
Christopher Minutes. Or what's his name? Christopher.
oh, God. What is
Christian
that?
Minutes. What are you
Who is
talking
this
about?
person?
Don't you listen to the RHV, buddy?
What's the
Every
R?
morning you can wake up and hear the silky smooth sounds of Dr. Mike Little telling you about like how
Yeah.
many COVID cases there
And then
are.
I
Wait,
come
what?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
reads. Sometimes I random like really not recently, but I'll
I
read
listen.
like I
When I
read
turn on, I
evergreen
listen.
content. So I'm on sometimes, but Mike's on every day.
on. Yeah.
It's
Really?
it's literally it's actually kind of great. It's been around for what like 40, 50 years
Yeah.
now. They read the newspaper for the blind. For
But
people
they
like
add
you to read the
new
newspaper.
That
spikes,
sounds
like Christopher
awesome.
Minutes, and, like, I love the
Wait,
advice
is this on
column. I love
WRTC?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
10
time?
o'clock and 11 o'clock every morning.
Every morning.
Wow. Okay.
It's a great time. Sometimes you'll hear me. My voice is very shrill. My voice is different every time. Sometimes it's like cracky. Sometimes it's like I'm rushing, and then other times I'm like serious broadcaster mode.
That
When I
honestly
was a student, we
sounds-
used to have to like we would record it live. So now people like do it at their house
Yeah.
and send stuff to Sue. But we would all
Yeah.
have to get together with Father Carton, who I don't know if you ever met.
No,
like,
but I've seen pics.
It was crazy, man. Like I remember I read the obituaries and it was so hard. It's so
You
hard.
read the obituary.
Oh my God,
Only
it was
Sue
so
does
hard.
What's-
Yeah, no, it's because she's
He was
smart.
like, you bring me in the upbeat, and now I have to read these
no, because
obits.
You have to
it's
cut.
things like you know like. Cynthia Mazigovowicz, you know, is going to be buried at the Jinglewitz McWackawack like funeral home. Friends may
enjoyed-
call, you know, and it's
Yeah.
just like it's like the most like. I didn't grow up in a Polish neighborhood or
Oh, so
region,
you have
right?
trouble
And so
with- yeah.
when you see like
The names
like
are
a
nuts.
name that has like one vowel and like 40 letters, you're like, how does this work, right?
There's a guy.
This
There's a guy that works in security. His name is Szynski, and it's spelled like CZECIN.
Yeah.
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 I've never had luck with people with Polish last names like that.
What do you mean, like dating?
Yeah, I've never had luck
Wait, are you
with
serious?
polls.
Never had luck with the polls.
Never had luck with the polls.
You
You
know, what?
see?
You might be getting a lot of emails from the Danes now.
No, I looked like absolute, like a dump truck. Like, I looked. No, they're like, we want to see you. Like, if you have a robe, wear it. Like, just be in your pajamas. Mom's like, I don't have pajamas.
And the French are like, look at these shitty Americans.
Yeah.
Look at this
I
beach.
have like a New York City sweatshirt
They
on.
want you to look as blown out as possible. Like you're staying up all night.
They want you to look like
Yeah.
Don Rickles.
No, but like my parents
poor
look
Don
so
Rickles.
good. And I was like, what the hell, guys? Like, you're throwing me to the wolves, but
Oh, Generation Z.
Oh,
How
man,
dare
I
you?
gave the Danes
Well,
what
so
they
we
wanted.
brought you in on this one, right? So, what are your thoughts on the election, Seth?
This is a fucking shit show. This is worse than the last one. I think. I'm
In what way?
surprised with. I feel like, at least, and this is what the media says, man. But it does
I'm
seem
the
like
media.
she is
I am literally the media.
the media said this.
I'm all the medias. I'm all the medias here.
I'm pointing at.
Depends
her.
on the hat.
Seth is pointing at Scarlett.
Oh, I'm not now.
Are you like one of those guys that like does the audio like when you're watching Netflix? You ever turn those captions
No.
on for blind people again? It's like John opens the door and sits down on the couch.
Music plays.
Intense music plays in the background.
Wait, wouldn't the intense music just play?
Oh, yeah, no, like music plays is like on regular captions.
Yeah, yeah.
They describe, John opens his backpack and removes a Hydro Flask. It's super bougie.
He takes
Alright, go
off
ahead.
the Patagonia.
So, media.
Oh, anyway.
This is how we roll.
You gotta keep it.
Fucking, oh god, I curse a lot. You're gonna have to cut a lot.
No,
of
we're not.
Vanity.
No,
Who
we're gonna
cares?
get demonetized.
Demonetized. We're gonna get.
We'd have to get monetized.
We'd have
If
to
you
get
get
monetized.
monetized, that's a good thing.
So more
We're all
disappointing
getting
than the
a
last
quarter.
one. The last one, like, I think took
Why the
people
fuck
by
is this
surprise.
even close? Because at least before, nobody knew that. I mean, not everybody was certain that Trump was going to be a shit show.
Yeah,
Now
I
we've
agree.
had 4 years of this fucking tangerine mess, and people are still voting for him. In fact, more Republicans are voting
Yeah,
for him.
I
than there
was
were the
texting
last-
my little brother. There's a higher percentage of Republicans, so it's like I don't know if you were in here when I said that, right? But like this is an endorsement. It's an
insane. And
endorsement.
oh, I was watching Colbert last night, and he was just like drunk off his ass. Like he was
Oh, that's great.
drinking the feelings away, and he had a guest on. She was like, "Yeah, I'm drinking a We're Screwdriver. It's just
that's
vodka
so
with
good.
any orange,
Was
any
Sunny
Trump,
delight.
With like
any
an orange
Trump skinned like looking juice."
Was it Cher?
Tang.
No, it wasn't Cher.
It wasn't Cher.
No, they did do that Cher. That's a really. Did you watch the Colbert when he was like? He's
I
like.
know that Cher was on.
Well, what happened was
He
is
had Cher on the
Yeah,
election
wait.
special?
not the election special, but basically the day before he had John Oliver and Cher on, and the announcer that like announces all the the. Have you ever watched the Late Show?
Yeah.
So you know the woman that like announces all the guests.
Yeah.
This is a totally non sequitur, but basically like when she was reading like when she announces them, it's like and John Oliver, Cher. And then Colbert was like, "That's bullshit. It needs to be John Oliver and Cher."
Yeah.
And he like went on a whole diatribe about it
Salt
because
and
he's losing his
pepper.
mind.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, salt
Yeah,
and
and
pepper.
So,
Patrick
all right.
Stewart.
You guys are younger.
Hip and cool.
Yeah,
We like
well, I
MySpace
mean, look,
and
so like as I was
Limp
saying, I guess I'll judge my election nights on what I was drinking. So in 2016, I was drinking a lot of IPAs. Last night, I was with my friend drinking IPAs. Last night, I was by myself on Zoom calling my friends in Philadelphia and drinking whiskey. But I don't know. I've had this sort of weird sense of calm. Like
I agree.
I went to bed early and then I woke up at 1.
I didn't like your TikTok thing sort of summed up the way I was feeling very early.
Yeah,
And then I was sort of just like, okay, well, this is what it is.
My
right?
my reaction
Canada doesn't
yeah.
want us.
My reaction was
Yes, it does. It
Well,
wants us. Yes, it does. Please.
I
don't say
knew
that.
this was going to happen, but I'm still surprised. But I'm also not that surprised.
we still have
It's a
time,
weird
though.
just lull.
I guess maybe at a point like when it was clear that it wasn't going to be a landslide, I think that's when I was just sort of like, okay,
'Cause I know
I'm
it's gonna-
disappointed.
Yeah. You know, like, but you knew this was going to happen. You
Is
know
there
what I mean?
I don't know, man.
Deep
I
down,
don't-
deep down,
No,
deep-
deep down, I don't think I did because I think I was buying into. I wasn't looking at the polls, but I was buying into the theory that when there's a larger voter turnout, generally Democrats win, right? And that
Well,
might still
but
be
we're
the
not
case.
counting. We're not counting all the mail-ins yet. We're
Correct, I
still.
understand that, but what I'm saying is like, I haven't like. What's the popular vote right now? Who's winning the popular
He's
vote?
Joe
Actually-
Biden's
oh,
ahead
Biden's-
by like 2 to 3 million, I believe.
Yeah,
last time I
I'm not
looked.
good with number placement, so
So
I was
what,
trying to
what
talk
number
about
does
it.
that
I was
mean
like,
to be?
I don't know what that means.
To be a repudiation of Trumpism, like you know,
It's not. But I think.
But no, seriously though, like if Biden wins the popular vote by 10 million votes, then maybe you feel a bit better about it, right? But like,
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to mean anything because I think systematically, and this is more of a bummer, systematically, we have this shift in politics now that is just hatred. It's just hatred on both sides. It's I don't okay. It's just hatred from one side, but there's also no compromise. You know what I mean? There's no conversation.
I agree.
So
Because it's impossible.
ultimately, this is just going, like you said before, it's just going to solidify the fact that either if Trump wins, it solidifies the fact that as a country, we're maybe not doing as good as we think, no matter how much we bought into the hype as the election was going on, or if Trump loses, there's still going to be that it was rigged or it was fake, and no matter what, people are going to have their opinions validated. Either way.
sure. I mean, so we can what if this to death, right? But like, you know, right now at least at 11:26 on November 4th a.m., it looks like maybe
It's anyone's game.
it's anyone's game. It looks better for Biden than it looked last night, right? Because
Yes.
now
Yeah.
Michigan and Wisconsin are looking like
Bluer.
he's got a very narrow majority there,
Yeah.
right?
How do you feel
I
about
think
North Carolina?
Pennsylvania's going to go to Trump. I think,
Yeah.
I don't know.
but well, I don't know. Who knows?
How much
right?
can Philly do?
Philly can do a lot.
That's,
It has-
that's what I was saying was like, you know, if a lot of people turn out in Philly, then
It has like 1 million plus people.
yeah,
and those haven't
but
counted yet.
like, but like if you look at like I don't know off the top of my head the statistics, but like generally like in 2016, like 40% of eligible voters turned out to vote, right? If, like,
There's a lot of voters this year.
you know, so who knows, right? I was gonna make a point, and I have no idea what it was. Forget it. Who knows?
No, it's okay.
No, I don't know what I was gonna say.
Can I dive into the emotional aspect?
Sure.
Okay.
So you said like you felt this weird sense of calm, like the Titanic level calm, like you're tucking your children and you're downstairs with the peanut butter.
You're like, it's all
whiskey.
going to be okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
was playing on the deck. You know? Gentlemen, it's been an honor.
Ah, and then he gets the propeller and dies.
anyway,
It's so cool.
but like I use like weird timestamps to like think of like where my life was, and I think like last election season, like it was a slap in the face. It was a slap in the face to women too. It was like, hey, we have
You mean like midterms, or do you mean like
No, like Hillary
2016?
Clinton.
The Hillary
Okay,
Clinton
right,
direction.
yeah.
And,
Well,
like-
yeah, I think that's a very fair point.
like we have this opportunity to do something big, and we have the same opportunity with Kamala. But like last night, I felt as I was like watching the votes come in the suitcases, like it solidified for me. Even though like I understand what you're saying, like half the
You
country,
should
like
probably contextualize the suitcases.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know
Where
what you're
were
talking
you?
about.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, where were you?
So I went and I worked for Edison Research, and I was like the live vote reporter for CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, and like
So how
I
late
was
were you up doing this?
what?
How late were you up doing this?
Well, see, if I was in Luzerne, I would have been up till 2 a.m. But I switched with poor Issa, and he was there, and I was in Scranton. I was done at 10. But anyway, so I got to see like this process happen live, which in my eyes, like it should be on TV. It was kind of beautiful.
They literally roll in with suitcases of
Everyone
ballots.
from every poll, like one person from every poll brings in like the USB drive with all the votes, and like the sheriffs bring in all the ballots in the boxes, and it is like so much more beautiful
so it's like
than anything.
it's the mechanics of democracy.
It's democracy.
Which is kind of that's kind of amazing.
And I think that was the first time that I thought in my heart, no matter what. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I almost had a burp in the middle of my spiel.
I totally thought you were gonna cry, and you just were like, but you're like, no.
Yeah, it sounded like you were getting choked up, and you're like,
It's democracy, guys.
you have great comedic timing with your burps, by the way. Like every time we're having a conversation, you're like, yeah, you don't like what I think the actual meaning of life is.
That's where I was going.
Does that mean I
But-
should get a soda?
Yeah, go get a soda. Stuff.
Are you
But
serious?
like when I was watching that, even though I totally agree that I thought America was going to refute all the hatred that Trump brings, I'm like, no matter what, like this is democracy, and people should be excited about it, and it is our right. And you know, I felt like there was some hope. I think especially with the Black Lives Matter movement and the LGBTQ community, and even women, like this solidifies for us that we can't rely on government to do everything. We have to like get out and be activists and do all we can do. We can't just be like, oh, if you want this to happen, well, campaign for this guy. No, campaign for your cause. Donate, volunteer. And it was kind of more reassuring I think now that we're not waiting to vote Trump out, like, it's not like 2016 we were like, we're going to vote him out, and that was all of our energy. Now we can put our energy into doing good and doing what we want to do. And not waiting for someone else.
That's great. And I think, I certainly think that his first 4 years have been a time for people to sort of discover their activism, right?
Yeah.
And go
Yeah,
out
for
and
sure.
Do things, that's great.
He
right?
created such a storm. He got all of these women into the House, and, like, all of these women were voted in, all of these blue people, and people of color and marginalized races, and there was the first trans senator.
Oh, yeah, she was just elected.
Yeah. And, like, that's awesome. And I low-key think that wouldn't have happened if someone didn't need to combat Trump's hate. So you have to think of the good it has done.
But also look at... Okay. I love your positivity.
Yeah.
Here's John to ruin everything.
Here's John.
I love that, but...
Look at it. The Supreme Court, for the next...
I know. For the next
probably
forever.
decades.
Yeah.
So can I ask this question about that? So Christine and I, my lovely wife, were talking the other night, like the one issue voter, right? Like the pro-life voter. Okay, so
I talk shit on them.
Listen, I whatever. Like I'm not even gonna okay. But if you're a pro-life voter, right?
Yeah.
But you despise Donald Trump as a man, as a human, right? You're still gonna give him your vote, right? I completely disagree with that. But like the nuance of this is like she's in. It's a 6-3 court.
Yeah.
It's
So
over.
you don't need him anymore.
Yeah.
Right? So let your morals lead the way then in a different like you know what I'm saying? Like why still give him that vote when if Roe comes up now it's going to get overturned because it's a 6-3 court, right?
I don't think a lot of
They
people
said
are
he's gonna
thinking that
court pack.
far ahead.
But shouldn't they be?
But
Yes, they
Trump
should.
warned that Biden's going to court pack. So that was their
sure,
scare
but
tactic.
and Trump also said that whatever, this is like
He's got them. The point is he's got
he has
them.
normalized all of this behavior where like it doesn't matter what the truth is.
Yeah.
Like from the very beginning when Kellyanne Conway said alternative facts, right?
Where is she?
That's
Well,
it.
have you seen her daughter? It's
Her daughter's
funniest shit ever.
hilarious, actually.
A queen.
Yeah.
But that's it. That has normalized the idea that I am the only person that holds the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to what I say. So I'm going to come out on election night and say I won, right before all the votes are counted.
Yeah.
And then when or if things flip and now Biden wins, what's going to happen? That's another one of my questions, right? How quickly do I need to take my Biden-Harris sign out of my yard before people start throwing rocks at my house?
I think...
Yeah. I don't know, is it going to be this easy switch?
I'm gonna be honest, it's you probably as soon as possible. But it depends, I'm one of those people that is genuinely just kind of done and depressed and just looking at the Supreme Court for the next few decades. Doesn't matter who we elect tonight.
Go to
who
CVS,
we elected yesterday.
get your Plan B. Now, ladies, this is my public service announcement. Just take an armful like Kate McKinnon did on SNL. This is your only chance. Reach into those savings, reach into that bag, and grab your protection. This is your last call at the bar. Closing time. Get your Plan B.
Plan B is finite.
Also to guys.
This is brought to you by Plan
I was going to say,
B.
Also
paid for by friends and Stratus Maker.
Also to guys, just wrap it up. Come on, man.
Pretty much.
It's that easy.
I'd like to take this time to say that I voted for Alexander Michaels over Karen Bobak.
Oh, I
for
hate
state
that woman.
representative.
You actually voted for?
Yeah, I wrote him in.
You wrote him in. I usually write in Sean McEwen.
It's like I don't want to give that fucking.
Nut job.
I don't like that woman very much.
I don't like her.
I'm not
either.
fond of her. But I do like Alexander Michaels, and he's got a beard that America needs, or
Woo!
Pennsylvania needs, rather.
I don't know who he
Big
is.
sucks.
He's a TD. You remember him? You interviewed him about horror stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's the guy with the.
His beard is
You don't
grown,
call him Alexander.
You call him
No,
Lee.
Yeah.
His actual name is Alexander.
I was thinking he's like a real candidate, and I'm
Alexander
like, yeah,
Michael
this guy
Michaels.
sounds awesome.
He is.
Alexander
I mean, if he were to run, I might vote for him. I don't know.
My mom wrote me in for
I wrote myself in one time as a joke, and then was elected as a ward representative, or
Shut
it
up.
wasn't any kind of good. It was like one of those make sure there's enough poster board at the Democratic Party meetings and shit. And I was just like, no, thank you, I don't want to do this.
No, my mom wrote me in for Auditor General because Nina Ahmad. Listen, I fell in love with this lady, Rosie Rose McDaniels. She was this adorable woman. She actually looked just like Stacey Abrams. And she was a CPA and had all these certifications. And Dr. Nina Ahmad, she's a doctor of medicine. and she got it. It just shows like, whoever has the money. But my mom was like, you told me that you don't like her, so I wrote you. And I'm like, well, Mom, the Dems needed that vote.
Yeah,
but thank you.
There's like people, like I think people we're going back to the straight D, straight R kind of voting right now.
Yeah.
It's
which is sad, but it is.
It's absolutely sad. I mean, I'm a Democrat. Honestly, I'm a Democratic socialist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty liberal and pretty progressive, but I've voted for
Bernie
Republicans.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
I vote for down-ticket Republicans all the time. Especially like people like
Wait, what's his name?
Tony Brooks.
Okay.
Is like the guy in Wilkes-Barre he's just a great guy. He's my city councilman, but like he's great. I don't care. He's an openly gay Republican who opens his home every holiday season to anybody that needs to have a Christmas meal.
That's
or a Christmas
fantastic.
meal. And like this guy's great, and he supports the community. And like honestly, I think at this level, like at state or
Doesn't
at the
matter.
city level, who fucking cares if
Doesn't
you're a Republican or
matter.
Democrat? But
it's becoming more of an identity rather than just a party.
I think so. I mean,
It's identity politics.
I think that the reason that like Luzerne County is such a big story in 2016 is that we were a reliable blue county.
Yep.
We were a union Democrat, and like that all flipped,
Yeah.
right? And so then that's the whole story of like let's figure out why the forgotten voter and the and there's I think there's credence to that. For real.
Can I talk about my cult? Cult of
Oh,
the
yeah,
day.
so
Also
Scarlett's
sponsored
cult.
by Plan B.
So wait, can I ask you one question?
What?
What's the Plan B joke? Are they not going to supply Plan B anymore? Is that the?
Well, no, I mean like just all types of contraceptive
Oh, okay,
are
gotcha.
kind of like you can't. We're not going to be able to get abortions.
Sperm is sacred.
What if they had? Okay, I'm going to cut this if it's too harsh. But what if they had like how cigarette packets have?
Oh no.
How cigarette
Let me
packets
take
have
a
like?
sip from my hydro flask before I
We can
destroy
just go back to
Before I
Golden House.
enlighten you.
You know how cigarette packets have like the lungs. And
Surgeon General's warning.
Yeah, the Surgeon General's warning, and like in Australia they have like
Yes.
black lungs on them.
They do.
What if like condoms had just like fetuses on them?
I'd still do it.
Because it's like
I'd still do the sex.
That's not stopping me.
You can't scare me with your weird pictures.
I'll go back to goat intestines if I have to. I don't care.
do you want a
But,
rubber or a hard
no, it's not.
Okay, yeah, this
Think
cut.
about it.
This is getting cut.
You're going to need to pull out every single stop as a
Why
woman
not? Well,
to
I mean,
not get
they're
pregnant.
definitely going to need to pull out for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Damn you!
I need to pull out
Okay,
every
this is staying
every
in.
time. Every time. You gotta pull out.
Listen, everyone better take this investment tip right now. Everyone needs to go invest in Plan B.
Just the tip, or
This is great.
Think about it. If you invest in Plan B, that's our only defense against pregnancy now. Everyone better go invest right now.
You know what the best defense is, Scarlett?
Abstinence.
Abstinence.
abstinence in the Lord.
Invest in
The
Jesus.
Lord said-
Ziploc bags, plastic shopping bags.
And lots of rubber bands.
Rubber, yes, that.
Snickers wrappers.
if you
And then like a large bottle of Fireball.
and unkibasa a sausage and just get that line.
Unkielbasa?
Unkibasa a sausage.
Unkielbasa a sausage.
Yeah, so you can just
Oh,
have
I
the
see what
line.
you're saying.
You gotta
Yeah, like the
unkibasa
casings,
it.
yeah. Whew, this is something.
That's the spice.
Can this stay in?
I can put my penis in cement.
Okay.
See that?
Well,
Okay, that
Give it 3 hours to harden, and then I'll be ready. I'm gonna get my soda now.
I'm gonna surround my dick with Lego bricks and then
what an
make
amazing
a,
sensation that would be for everyone.
I'm sure that if you use enough Vaseline, it'll be fine.
Let's just take it back to aspirin.
This
yeah,
message
don't
sponsored
just
by
throw
Vaseline.
So that's
Wowzers.
that's staying out or in.
Outside.
Is it in or out? I don't know.
Do you think we want to release? Oh God!
Are you going for that?
Yeah.
You want to release this tonight?
I kind of want to release it as soon as possible. I don't know about you. It's
Well,
like
then
I
don't
have trouble
know.
not
We wanna
releasing
have,
so
like,
quickly.
We could have like a director's cut.
Director's
I don't know.
cut?
I don't know. Let's just talk. Should we check the big board?
Okay, yeah, but
Can we talk about John King for a
can we
second
talk-
on CNN?
Can we talk about COVID real quick?
The guy had the big magic map. This guy. My wife
Oh,
last night.
I'm Steve Kornacki. I'm sorry.
So my wife last night said, she's like, is he huge or is that screen?
Yeah.
And I was like,
He's
I don't know.
pointing with his
She's like,
buttons.
his shoulders are broad.
That guy is
God.
that guy's a
Look at
hunk
the
right
size of
there.
his biceps through that suit.
Are we talking about Mike Pence being a closeted homosexual again? Or?
Oh no, but we could.
But now
Wait,
we are.
did you see that guy that congressman who looked like he shit his pants while announcing
What?
a bill? Did you see that?
No.
Did you see
No.
that? No, he's like he was like announcing a bill, and this is great podcasting. But he was like he read the bill. And
John
he,
is
like,
standing.
He stuttered. He was
John
like,
is standing.
"What I got to do is we as America," and then he like went like this, off to the side.
I didn't see that.
And
That is-
stood like this the entire time, like with his butt a little bit out, and he was just like watching the person.
In first position.
Did you guys hear that Lindsey Graham is homosexual? Did you guys know about this?
Oh yeah, there's that whole like.
Wait, what?
I heard about this for the first time talking
Yeah.
to friends on Zoom.
It's a whole thing
and they
where,
said there
like-
was like that people threatened to out him and stuff. And like
Yeah.
I didn't hear about any
Oh,
of
I
it.
love
Like he was in,
this.
there
But I
was
was
like a
very pissed that he
prostitution thing. Yeah.
Elaborate.
And frickin' McConnell won too.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting.
I-
But we need
I
to
just-
keep him for SNL.
Or is he turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Do you think?
Wait,
That's a Dana Carvey.
wait.
What?
We didn't talk about how good Saturday's gonna be.
What do you mean?
Chappelle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chappelle's on SNL.
He's hosting.
Ooh.
Me hoping Biden loses just for good Chappelle. No, I'm
I mean, I
kidding.
gotta say, like, well, it's a non sequitur, but like,
Yeah, go for it.
I didn't think that the Millennium Week was that great. Like,
I didn't think the
I thought
sketches
that
were
he
good.
was funny.
He was funny.
I thought
I watched that
sketches-
McKinnon sketch. I didn't even enjoy it that
Which
much.
sketch?
It was just
That was my favorite one.
Which one?
It was
The
okay.
one that was
Which
like
one?
The
it was
PSA
like,
for
PSA for New York. Like
That
we
was
were
my
better now.
We're gonna come back and we're
It
gonna.
was all
she's
right.
just the background doing weird Kate
See,
McKinnon
Kate
shit.
McKinnon
That's
is
the way
hilarious.
it
I just thought it was like an average sketch.
It was an average sketch
Yeah.
on a week of like below
Really
average
bad?
sketches.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
I think.
shitty.
But whatever. I mean, they're doing it.
Monologue was great. You take that page, that's your space as an American. Write whatever you want.
Yeah.
Fill in all the bubbles. And I was like, literally at the polls, I'm like, don't do it for the joke, Spager. But no. Yeah.
So you said you want to talk about COVID?
I'm just that
COVID.
that guy,
Motherfucking these
that
nuts.
Geisinger is like filled to the brim, and they can't accept
Yeah,
new
they
people.
are.
Our
Yeah,
cases
From my
are on the rise.
understanding, it is the worst it's been since
Yeah.
the beginning.
And,
right
but
now.
no, but then Trump said he's one of like they announced like early I think a week ago they had a packet of like all the accomplishments the Trump administration was, and during the bullet points it was like solving the coronavirus crisis.
Solved.
That's blatantly
Check.
not correct.
Mission accomplished.
But no, it's scary right now.
Check, gone, eradicated.
He gets that. You get that reference.
What do you mean they hit the fucking towers?
Famously, Bush, like I forget, it was something. It was the beginning of the Iraq War, and like they're like I don't know. It was like 3 days in, and he stood on the deck of an aircraft carrier wearing a flight jacket with a giant banner behind.
Oh, that
said,
picture.
"Mission
It's a
accomplished."
picture, yeah.
And then the war went on for another I don't know.
It's still going
8
on, isn't
years,
it?
Poor
9
guy.
years.
Or is
You
it
wanna know
the
for a while.
Afghanistan war?
Do you remember when George Bush was the goofy, funny president? Remember
Dude,
when
I
Cheese.
railed against George Bush, and now I would kill
Die
a
for
busload
George
of nuns
Bush.
to have George Bush back as our president.
I'd kill a busload of nuns just for the hell of it.
Well,
Okay.
Catholic Church is gonna love that one.
Bing,
Yeah, well, I mean-
volley.
Oh, that's right, I am at a...
Nobody watches this. Are you kidding me?
All right, so COVID. So yeah, it
We're
sucks.
working on
COVID's
it.
bad.
I don't know what to talk about. I'm just,
Contextually, here at King's College, we have the most cases and the most students in quarantine that we've had.
all I'm saying, like,
Not counting the Halloween numbers.
yeah, not counting the Halloween numbers.
Yeah.
Which who the fuck knows what's going on with that?
Oh
I
man,
don't know.
did I anonymous report all these bitches in their ugly ass skink costumes? I'm like, was that costume worth it, Mackenzie? No.
Thank you for that, by the way. I was a switchboard operator, and I got a
Oh.
good laugh out of all the profanity that everybody kept putting in the tips.
Good, really? I was like, you need to use my money wisely
So
and
wait,
not
were you at a
just...
party?
What?
Were you at a party?
No.
Well, then how are you anonymously reporting things?
On social media, because they're dumb enough to
Oh,
post it, because they're
okay.
dumb fuckers.
People will attach, like, screenshots.
I almost did that, but I didn't have the balls.
If it's Madison Street, don't fucking tell us. There's nothing we can do about it.
The cops could
You
do
know
something
what?
about it.
I could do something about it.
I mean, yeah, but you should. In that case, you should just call the cops.
Yeah, but do you think the cops are like, oh, we got another anonymous tip from
Right.
King's College?
Meh.
I just feel like they don't have respect for our like.
Also, people are like
Who,
dying of
Wilkes-Barre?
heroin, under the bridge, which is a bigger deal.
But
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I forget what I said, but I made
Bleak
a
ass
point.
podcast.
I don't know why. I don't know why I changed the subject. It's just COVID's scary, and it shouldn't be ignored right now just because of the election. It's
So
fucking.
let me ask this question to you three students. Would
Sure.
you want to shut down now? Like, would you? What would be what's the best case scenario with 3 weeks left before we leave? I talked to my buddy who works for IITS at the University of Scranton, and they're virtual for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So like,
I need a freaking break, so I
I
would
need-
love these assholes to keep partying.
Yeah, like I want.
Selfish.
I want to get through this week for the sake of the theater.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah.
the only
I mean,
reason-
we got to get that recorded.
That's
right?
the
But
only
mean,
reason I wanna keep going.
The thing is,
I don't trust the
Are
school
we
to be.
recording you next week? Still?
Yeah, but
Good.
like
I think the thing of it is, dude, just theatrically, I was chatting with Beth, if we had to shut down, it would suck, but we could convert some of these things into stuff that happens usually. I think we could still have a story that comes together.
See,
that was a good purpose.
See, yeah, he has comedic timing. Yeah, he's
But I mean, there's a
You
lot.
you ever seen his Bush impression? It's not politically correct. No, don't do it.
Not now.
You don't want me to do No, you don't like the Bush impression?
I don't know the Bush impression.
He showed it
Oh
to you.
yes, I do. Yeah,
I did.
don't do the Bush impression. It's really weird because I think to a person almost this semester's been such a grind, right? And
Yeah.
Oh my god.
really
yeah.
all we've missed time wise is fall break,
Yeah.
right, which is 2 days off. But everyone is low key depressed because of the world.
Low-key, I'm high-key as hell.
Everybody is anxious about COVID. There's just been this sort of intense pressure about the semester, and I think everybody is burned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still 3 weeks of teaching to do, and I feel like the way I feel when it's a day before finals week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Nothing
I
left.
don't feel like
I felt like that
wanna
last week.
teach. Of course, I'm gonna teach, but it just feels like we're done. It feels like we're done, and we're not.
Yeah.
So to your point about you need the break.
With the media and stuff, I've gotten the least amount of understanding from my advisors ever. They want us to be going above and beyond right now, and I'm like, guys, we need to chill. I wish the news was 2 days a week this semester because we've had reporters in quarantine, and me and Issa are doing the news because everyone's in quarantine. There's no understanding on the extracurricular end. But at least the professors are chill. But I mean, how much more? I had to email professors and literally tell them I had a mental health crisis. Do you know? Do you know what that? I never knew what that felt like to email a professor and be like, "Hey, sorry I didn't do these 2 assignments. I literally couldn't get out of bed because I hated my life." You
Also,
know what I mean?
can't. There's no excuse. There used to be you can miss 1 or 2 classes,
Yeah.
but you can't miss a class because you'll zoom in. You'll zoom in if you can't make
No,
it.
I've missed classes.
Or I have.
I mean, I think that's a fair point, right? But I think that's probably up to a professor.
Oh no! I agree. It's kind of unrelated to COVID, but it's a
I
grind.
mean, it's super not related. It's all COVID has changed
Everything.
everything about what higher education is going to be, right? Because from now on,
Unprecedented.
from now on, that exactly what you said. I likely will be running in some sort of Zoom session for almost every class I teach, right?
Yeah.
For whoever's not there. Which, I mean, maybe that's not a bad thing, right?
I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think there's a lot of expectation right now, and there's a lot of people.
That's the worst
I
coffee
feel
I've
like you
ever
never really leave then.
tasted. Is that horrible coffee because you're making horrible coffee?
It sucks, but I also think that it's it's horrible. It's Dunkin'.
Dunkin's
I'm too
great.
for
How dare-
Starbucks right now.
Starbucks
okay?
sucks.
I'm not a huge fan of Starbucks.
Starbucks sucks.
I personally go to the Pierce Street Deli because I like to support local businesses.
I personally
Pierce
go to-
Street Deli on Pierce Street in Kingston.
I personally go to Curry's
Sponsored by
Donuts.
Plan B and Pierce Street Deli.
Sponsored by. Okay.
Okay, quick jingle, but no,
Vaseline.
I hate the feeling when we live in a digital.
Okay, quick jingle.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's go. Let it go.
Let's keep moving. Plan B. Anyway,
More
John was about to
I had a
make
joke.
Vaseline,
But-
stay lubricated.
More like
Stay
Plan F for we're all fucked. Got him.
That was fucking great,
All right,
John.
so
Okay.
let me you go.
Sorry, I'm so
But
sorry,
really
Scarlett.
Have a wrap up.
I hate this. I'm gonna wrap. Okay.
No, I'm so,
Wrap up topic. Wait. How many? I
It's
don't. Is it sponsored by?
11:48.
Is it
Okay.
sponsored by?
What?
Wait. Wrap up topic sponsored by Trojan.
oh god.
Anyway.
Wow.
Wrap
Silence
up
across the
sponsored by
room.
Trojan or
This
Red
was
Leaf.
Tough.
You
Tough
can make it a
crowd.
salad or you could wrap it up. Red Leaf. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
really trying to monetize this podcast.
Someone sponsor us. We have 5 viewers and they're all are either spouses or parents.
Yes.
Anyway, back to my point.
Oh, Christina listened to one episode. I was like, this is fucking
She
stupid.
humored you on your
I was looking
anniversary,
at my mom
right?
like this to
she's like,
laugh.
this is cute. You're doing that. It's really great.
I want to hear Scarlett
Anyway.
say words.
So we're living in such a digital society, and now that it's entered school, there's this horrible feeling of you never leave. I remember having things in school about cyberbullying. It's but you see, you guys never really leave. And I'm like, that was schoolwork. I'm like, I am being bullied by what I'm supposed to learn. So I just feel like the Zoom and stuff, if someone isn't in class, if I'm sick in bed, I don't want to watch a freaking Zoom. You know what I mean? I get there's stuff if you missed it, but it just, then you can never really escape what's giving you the stress.
I mean, I'm not, as a professor, I'm not, I normally have attendance be a portion of a grade. I'm not doing that, right?
Yeah.
Participation still is, right? But
Yeah.
like, you know, if you miss a bunch of classes, and you don't contact me, you're probably still gonna fail the class,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's sort of on you to some degree, right? But if you miss a bunch of classes because you're sick, or because you have to work an extra job because your mom
Yeah.
died, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
What can you do?
I feel like the expectations are the same, but the circumstances are not nearly the same. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And I know
exactly.
I know that's a simple and used answer over and
and
over
I think
again.
something that I really keyed into what you said, Scarlett, was like you're never, it's never, you can't turn it off,
You can't.
Yeah.
right? Like, you know, I come from a time where, you know, you had landlines when you wanted to talk to people. Like now there's constant connectivity. There's no
Emails at 11 o'clock.
yeah.
Email
Yeah.
at 11 o'clock.
No
you get it
time
in the
is
morning.
sacred. No time. You don't own any of your time.
Yeah, and so you
anymore.
have to physically kind of create your own sort of plan of like, you know, after 10 o'clock I'm not answering work emails, or like, you know, because I
But
do
people
that.
But then there's
expect you.
urgent
But then I send work emails
Yeah.
after 10
and there's
o'clock.
urgent things that you
Yeah.
have to respond to at whatever
People be
time.
nervous.
But that's the
if you
question, is
don't.
like, how urgent are they? Because they've only become urgent in the past 15 years because we have constant connectivity.
Yeah.
Like, the world still moved as fast
You don't
ish
need
as
your
it
answer.
did before, right?
But
Like,
it's the expectation now. It's not that you really need. It's not that it's actually necessary. It's that you're expected to do that now. It doesn't matter.
yeah, I think we need to change that narrative.
Yeah, for sure. Especially now.
Let's
what-
do it.
France has legislation against that.
No way.
Really?
Yep. No
Sure.
shit.
Tell us more about it.
I fucking
Enlighten us.
Googled it. I don't really.
Tell us more. Fucking Google it.
Tell us more.
What-
This episode
no,
brought
they
to you by
didn't.
Google.
Who's the CEO of Google? I can't.
Oh, the guy with the beard?
Is it? What's his name?
It's not Ajit Pai, is
Let's
it?
just call him Steve.
Oh, it's Steve Google.
Steve Google?
Yeah.
Steve Google.
Tim Apple. Tim Apple.
Tim Cook.
Tim.
Duncan
Bill
Google.
Paxton.
Bill Paxton?
And Twister.
Oh, rest in peace,
Great
Bill Paxton.
movie.
So, here's my... because
Game
I
over,
think
man. It's over.
We do need to wrap up to some
Yeah.
degree, right?
Yeah.
I need to ask you a question.
What is your hope for what the world will be like tomorrow morning?
I hope we get an email that says there's too many COVID cases and you have to go home.
Beautiful.
I hope that Biden wins somehow. I hope he wins. I know Trump's going to refute it as much as possible, and I know there's going to be maybe some violence and maybe some unrest. All I want to do is get home safe, because as much as I may not always love my family, I love my family, but as much as I clashed during quarantine and problems arise and family drama, I think ultimately all of us want to do as college students is get home for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's
Missing
not
that.
just college students, man.
Well, yeah.
I took yesterday off, right?
Yeah.
Off.
Yeah.
Didn't check my King's email, didn't...
I love that.
And I power cleaned my house, and I cleaned my yard, I planted my garlic, and all
Yeah.
I want. Actually, I had an hour and a half of talking about theater stuff, and other than that, and it was like,
That was garlic time.
maybe that's why I was sort of calm, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
everybody
You seem
wants,
refreshed.
Everybody wants to be home.
I
You
just
seem
I
refreshed.
You've got cargo pants too.
As
Welcome
per
to the-
usual.
Welcome to the club. Wait, really?
I wear a cargo
you wear
shorts,
cargo shorts. I don't know.
but I added this extra 2 feet of fabric because it's cold.
I feel like I've ruined whatever it was that you were talking about.
No,
It just I think like
Hopes for America.
as
Cargo shorts.
as lucky as I feel to be here, and as lucky as I've felt to be doing what we're doing, I am done.
That was
you know?
very beautiful, John.
I'm
think
kind
everybody
of amazed that it's lasted this long. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I wanted to be home for,
I
the
just,
leaves to get crispy. Now I'm still here, man. I'm
I wanna
bugging.
change
Is it different for you as a commuter?
It's so much different. It's
Because
literally
you're home every night, kind
like,
of.
well, no, I'm not, and it's you don't like.
you're not
people-
present there. You said it. You can
yeah,
never escape
you're not
it.
present.
So
I'm not I don't get to see my family. I get to rush
But
for
how,
dinner.
just a devil advocate, how is that different than any other semester? Other than I get the Zoom stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for you, I mean, you're not going home to California in the middle of the semester, right?
no.
Yeah. But-
So I think part of it is the hangover of we were home for 5-6 months, and
We got
and,
used to it.
Our lives changed dramatically, right? And now, when we're
I
at
wanna
rehearsal
make
till 10:30 at night,
quesadillas.
there's part of me is just I just want to be home. I just want to be with my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely love what I'm doing. I absolutely love
Yeah.
making theater and doing all the stuff with everyone there. But there's always a part of me that's just oh, well, I didn't cook dinner for my kids tonight. That sucks, So, I think that's part
Can
of
I
what it is.
add? I was in quarantine, literally rethinking my entire life as I slowed down for a minute. I'm like, maybe I don't want to be a crazy journalist. Like, maybe I don't want to be in entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be in this business. Maybe, like, I met a really nice guy. I'm like, maybe I don't need to have this crazy life for myself. And then coming here, I thought would be like, okay, I'm going to be back in the game. And quarantine made me realize, like, what I needed to learn about life. That it is about human interaction. It's about the people who love you. And I think, like, yeah, now we're craving it because we got returned to humanity.
It's like little tiny things. Like, so, like, last night, like, we had dinner together, and, like,
Yeah.
Christina made baked apples because I bought too many apples.
Oh,
And
man!
so I'm sitting there eating this baked apple with this crumble topping, and I'm drinking a cup of coffee, and I was
put
like,
oats
this
in
is
them?
like, I haven't done this in, like, fucking months, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, no one needs my attention.
Yeah.
I'm just drinking a cup of coffee, talking to my wife, and, like, this is fucking great, right? And it's exactly what you're saying. It's like this grind of, like,
Yeah. This is what I love!
It's so, like, but maybe we can still get the stuff that we love without having the grind, right? Maybe that's how we have to flip the narrative.
What if the grind is all that you have? Because that's what it like
Cut
was for
the
me.
core curriculum!
Because I
Yeah, no,
love the
okay.
stories. I love the stories,
Yeah.
and it's fantastic that you found like a better balance.
Yeah.
I didn't. It was my life got turned upside down,
Yeah.
and I still haven't shaken from that. And then I've been killing myself in the theater because I feel like that might be the only thing that I have left. And yet I still end the night, and then I wake up in the morning exhausted, depressed, and I have my cup of coffee, and that's all I have right now.
You want a hug?
Yeah, but
No shit, I feel like we all gotta hug John right now.
Is that all you have? I mean, because look, you have this. This is new.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You have us.
I'm diving.
But is this a grind? Right? Because
This
like, I don't
isn't a
look at this as a grind.
I don't
I
think
don't.
it's a grind.
Also, I'm doing shit. I stand here and talk to you. You guys have to produce it, but like,
It's not that bad.
like I get what you're saying, right? And I also get that like you're 3,000 miles from your family,
Yeah.
which has got to be something it's very different.
But I don't know what to tell you like about that because I do love these things. Like I absolutely love them, and I absolutely love the theater. I just can't find peace within myself in order to enjoy that as much as I should because I know that's what I love, and I know this is what I love.
Yeah.
But no matter what, in the back of my head, ever since this year started, is
So
something's wrong.
maybe here's my suggestion. I'm gonna bill you for the hour, okay? By the way, because this is not therapy. Find some way to disconnect. When you get up in the morning with your coffee and go have for a walk on the dike, or just take some time to not be connected to shit.
Yeah.
I
to
go
Kirby Park.
shopping.
Seriously, go for a walk. You used to do that. I know you used to do that. You're totally
did.
about that. So bring that back. Go look at the fucking leaves are beautiful, man. Go for a walk.
Count the
Walk up and
hypodermic
down.
needles. Get your mind on something else.
Seriously though, like
Use the hypodermic.
like all comedy aside, man.
Yeah.
Like, disconnect for an hour a day
Yeah.
and let yourself do it.
I don't know.
I feel the exact same though.
Yeah, no, it's just like
It's part of the grind,
And it's
right?
like finding like a healthy outlet too. Like, I mean, if you like enjoyed walking, I fucking hate walking. Guys, look at me. I hate walking. God.
Okay.
Okay. Should we end it there? Scarlett hates walking.
should we end it?
I mean, that's why I play guitar and shit. It's
I don't
it's
like
just
listen to comedy
Here's what I'm
stuff
saying.
anymore because I worry about my career when
No
I
matter
listen
what-
to it.
Yeah. No matter what we do, when we go home, I need this. I need
there.
this. Because this
I'm
is all
there.
I got.
I'm there.
Yeah, this is all I got
I'm there.
right now.
Hey,
We're
so
here.
let's.
yeah, man, you'll do it.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
what?
This has been Seth.
It's been Seth,
What the fuck is happening?
Legend
Stop
Higgins.
signing up.
So we gotta be done, right?
Good
But
luck.
Yeah, because
does
I gotta.
Does anybody else want to answer the question of what do you want tomorrow morning to look like?
Oh,
Or do you feel
me?
like we're good?
I hope that I have control over my own ovaries, even though I know that will not be the case.
I'd like to echo that. I want control over my ovaries as well.
Mine as in my wife's. I speak for
My
her.
wife.
My wife.
Very nice.
Okay, anybody who needs a little bit of a
I like
lecture.
you. I like the sex.
If-
Now my boyfriend talks to me in that voice. I'm like, please stop. This is horrible.
I put the baby inside her.
Oh my god, that's the freaking
That's the
funniest.
funniest
No, wait.
shit.
I
put
have
baby
to
in-
bring
saying
Joe
that
Guido to one of these.
Your father is this man your father? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. How could you say no to that face? I just want to put the cream on that
I was
face.
trying to give her pleasure. All right.
Okay, quick question. I know you have to go, be a professor, but
I just
Very
have to
nice.
have lunch with Mike Little, so
oh wait, that's today.
Ah.
it's every time.
Oh, I always think of a class.
So we're done?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you a question.
And-
Did you vote?
Yes.
Oh Christ!
Okay, really, the lights.
You should have warned us that was happening.
Really, that bothered you?
Fuck it.
Do it live!
Do it live.
Fucking thing sucks!
To play us out.
Okay.
What does that mean?
We'll
Play
do
us
it.
out.
I'll write it and we'll do
Do
it.
it live! In 5,
4.
3.
Fucking thing sucks.
And that's tomorrow with
That is it.
I can't do it.
Fuck! We'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks! We'll go write it and we'll do it live!
Okay.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today.
Okay, we have to get Dave to lunch with his boyfriend.
Hey, Dr. Little's a handsome man.
Dr. Little.
I'm
striking, isn't it? Sometimes I think about it in special ways.
I'm a
Okay, that's going. That's how we're opening it. That's how we're opening it. That's the opening.